An old man caught a big fish and wanted to prove to the villagers that he wasn't weak. He started to be pulled further into the ocean by the fish, and all he could do was lean back as much as possible. Other bait still floated in the water, but he felt helpless. Determined not to let this hard-won fish escape, he wrapped the line around his back, hoping the fish would tire and rise to the surface. However, 4 long hours passed, and the fish continued its steady swim towards the ocean, while the old man desperately clung to his small boat, now far from shore. To avoid coming back empty-handed again, he resolved to fight the fish to the bitter end. Despite being exhausted and drenched in sweat, he refused to let go. He often thought, if only the boy was here. As the sun set, the fish still swam on, and the old man's sweat had long since frozen. When the moon rose at night, he still hadn't caught a glimpse of the fish's true size. He wondered if it might be enormous, capable of destroying his small boat with a single leap, yet the fish made no such move. The old man tightened his grip on the line, allowing the fish to pull him forward as he struggled to find the strength to hold on. He thought again of the boy, and how much he wished he was there with him. The fish had stayed on course all night, and the old man reached out to feel the line, trying to gauge how much strength the fish still had. Clearly, the big fish was still very strong. As night fell, the old man lit a kerosene lamp. He splashed seawater on his face to stay awake. Suddenly, the other fishing rods began to shake violently, with one even breaking from the weight of a caught fish. The old man gripped the rope around his waist tightly, afraid that one wrong move would allow the big fish to escape. Watching his fishing line rapidly sink, he decided to cut all the lines. He tossed all the other fishing rods into the water because he no longer had the energy to deal with anything else. The old man tied all the remaining lines together, creating enough length to reach the big fish. Suddenly, the fish surged with power, causing the boat to rock violently. The fish was incredibly strong, almost pulling the old man overboard. Despite his exhaustion, he clung desperately to the line. The old man pulled out a small knife and cut a piece of sardine. Just as he was about to take a bite, the big fish started thrashing around again, causing the piece of fish to slip from his grasp. His hand had begun to cramp from holding the same position for so long, so he had no choice but to dip his hand back into the ocean. Finally, he managed to eat his first bite of food. After a few more hours, the rope began to rise slowly. The old man knew the big fish was about to break the surface. He pounded on his cramping left hand, then quickly yanked on the rope. At last, the big fish leaped out of the water.